The storm's getting thicker, Meve. And so are the stakes.
Lyrians rode a narrow, winding path along the rocky ridge. To one side were ice-covered boulders, to the other, a chasm hundreds of feet deep.
They could have at least erected some barriers,
Complained Gascon, knocking snow from his cap.
Got plans for that.
Gabor said.
Just need to decide how high to make them.
What?
Think. Should they be the height of your average dwarf or a human? The debate's gone on for 20 years. On the one hand, you've got...
Gabor did not finish his discussion. He was interrupted by the barberghazi that jumped down from the rocks.
Archers, shoot! Aim for underbelly!
Meve soldiers made quick work of the lone monster. But the sound of battle spooked the horses harnessed to one of her wagons.
Whoa there! Whoa, damn it!
Barberghazi. I'm sorry. Barberghazi. Do I know what one of those is? Barberghazi, let's say Witcher. Oh, the barberghazi was the roly-poly hillbug centipede-looking things. Okay. I didn't recognize that name. Whoops.
The driver tried to rein in the animals, but could not. They dragged him into the chasm along with his cart and the soldiers riding in it. They landed a few dozen feet below on a rocky outcropping. A moment later, barberghazis swarmed everywhere.
Did you see how they fared? Anyone left alive?
Asked Meve, leaning over the cliff edge.
Worry more about their cargo.
Gascon replied.
They were also carrying chests of gold.
Blast. We can't get down there. Too steep and the snow keeps falling.
We can lower ourselves down a line. But without armor, shields, or heavy weapons, otherwise it will snap.
And the barberghazis?
The Queen said, brow raised.
We shan't kill them with daggers. They're too thick of armor.
We'll have to try. Or continue on our way.
Oh boy. So, recover the people we lost or abandon them. I mean, let's not be a douchebag.
You only live once.
Meve sighed.
Gascon, round up some volunteers and let us move out.
Moments later, the Queen was lowering herself down a line straight towards the gaping maw of a barberghazi. Her only armor, a woolen shirt.
Okay, goddamn, is Meve like the most heroic character in the history of the Witcher universe or something? Like, she doesn't just order people to do things, she pretty much always physically is in there doing it too, risking herself when she has an entire army, like she's Captain Kirk. But also, like, although it is a little awkward and funny that she keeps saying YOLO. Like, I feel like she said YOLO several times this campaign, at the very least twice. Because she said, I think she said YOLO about when we were gonna throw that one party a few episodes ago, and now she's doing it again. I'm just like, is this a character trait of hers now? To the rescue. Meve's parents long refused their noble-born daughter lessons in the art of the sword, yet nevertheless did she train in secret, wearing a blouse instead of armor, a kitchen knife in place of a sword, imitating the maneuvers she witnessed at knightly tournaments. Now, forced to fight without proper equipment, her childhood exercises would prove more useful to her than she would have imagined. Eliminated the barberghazi, shortened battle, special rules. I had to remind myself what they were. It's not one of the names I'm used to encountering from 3. Gluttonous barberghazi. Every turn, on turn start, if this unit has not taken damage since last turn, move all units on the same row as fallen soldiers to the other row. Huh. What moments before looked like round rocks among the stalagmites now stared at him with enormous, bright, menacing eyes. That has to be from a book. Fallen soldiers. There it is. Every turn on turn start, if there is a unit on the right, gain 1 charge. Otherwise, remove 1 charge. If this unit's charge count reaches 5, Meve wins the battle. If it reaches 0, Meve loses the battle. Oh. Huh. If there's a unit on the right, gain a charge. So you could presumably win it in 2 rounds. We'll bury him, we will. Just not here and now. So you could win in 2 turns. But it's every turn on turn start, gain 1 charge. Every turn on turn start if the unit has not taken damage. Move all units in the same row as fallen soldier to the other row. Which means that there will not be units to the right of fallen soldier. So I need to do damage to these guys, both of them, for 2 turns in a row. Which might be pretty easy if I have access to the right cards, like Pitfall Trap. That's a good thing to have drawn right now. Like this, and this could just damage all the barberghazi in one turn, meaning I don't have to worry about much of anything else. And then these guys could also just be programmed to attack them directly. Honestly, almost every card in my hand is like designed to deal with this exact problem. Let's just go.
Careful! No one tried to be a hero!
I would have got a +1, but freaking Manticore trophy is next to it instead of this guy, or I would have been better off. Alright. So first off, Spike Trap. There you go. You have not avoided damage this turn, so you should gain a +1. I hope. Let's also attack them. Alright, they're more than half dead now. That's not bad. You passed? Okay. Interesting that they just passed. Well, now they're dead, so there goes that. I was gonna say, like, this level looks like it could be a big tug-of-war back-and-forth struggle, or it could be done in like 2 actions potentially, and that's exactly what happened. I just killed them.
Bereft of sword and shield, Meve could not withstand a single blow. She thus danced atop the frozen snow, deftly dodging the barberghazi's lightning-fast strikes, while delivering but a few well-aimed hits of her own, to their eyes, ears, and gaping jaws.
Huh, I thought they said they couldn't take swords down there, they'd have to use their knives, but she's using a broadsword.
When the last monster fell lifeless to the ground, Meve walked up to the shattered wagon. The soldiers it had carried were bruised, frostbitten, but alive.
Your Grace, we were sure you'd leave us.
A good ruler never abandons her folk.
Nor her gold.
Gascon interjected, while securing a rope to a chest.
Could you not?
Soon enough, all were safely back on the path. The admiration Meve saw in her soldiers' eyes was in itself sufficient reward for her difficult battle.
Yeah, if the guy's mad at us for being late, I could just point out how y'all don't exactly keep these roads safe. I've been actively dealing with all the shit along the way that wants to fight me. So I guess if I abandoned that fight, I would have lost gold. But instead, because I did it, I didn't lose anything. Much like Call of Cthulhu, of course I'm going to investigate every single corner and suffer the consequences if the game does punish me for taking too long to get there. Or in that game, it was because of a sanity metric, not a time limit. Stone Hearth. Mindful of the intensifying snowstorm, Meve halted the march at a roadside inn by the name of Stone Hearth. Waiting for a turn in the weather, Meve bided her time by playing a round of Gwent with the innkeeper. Okay, this is getting too meta now. It appeared the residents of Mahakam played by a set of rules different from what humans were accustomed to in the lowlands. We're playing Gwent in the Gwent game, okay. Destroy the Stone Hearth's resident hero, Garth Rockstew. Units whose armor is reduced to 0 are destroyed. Oh. Every turn, draw a card. Whoa. Those are completely different rules. Okay. We're gonna draw a card every single turn. But it is a puzzle game, so it's not just a shortened card. I mean, it's not just a one-round game. It is a puzzle. We'll see. All right. So anything that gets 0 armor is destroyed. My goal is to defeat Garth. We'll see. Wait. I just got it. It took me a moment, but I get it. I get it. So we saw the Banner Saga reference earlier. This is Hearthstone. That's why the level's called Stone Hearth. And in Hearthstone, you fight against... You have to defeat the enemy hero in order to win. And the armor ranking is all that somebody has, stopping them from dying. And of course, you draw a card every turn. The only way they can make this more accurate is if they add, like, mana as a mechanic and stuff like that. That's why it's called Stone Hearth. What the heck are these cards? These are just completely different cards. I wonder if they're all also references to something from Hearthstone or not. Garth rocks do. He's just crazy about cards, no matter the game. Golden Drake. Mana cost 1. They have mana costs. All right. This is weird. This is weird. All right. Deploy. Draw a card. Order. Either damage the enemy hero by Golden Drake's power, or force Golden Drake and an enemy to damage each other once by their own power. These have to be references to things from Hearthstone I don't understand, right? I assure you it's one of a kind. What the fuck is happening? What are any of these cards? Okay. Parrot Field Marshal. Mana cost 1. Draw a pirate from your deck. Why not? Order. Either damage the enemy hero by Parrot Field Marshal's power, or force a parrot... Huh. Okay, so I get it. Yeah, it's all Hearthstone. It's they have committed to this bit. They have fully committed. So all of them are going to have the same order, and that order is that every single one of them can either attack the hero to cause hero damage, or they can attack another player. And in Hearthstone, when 2 units fight each other, they both damage each other equally. They both damage each other by their own power, more accurately, and then simultaneously take damage and are potentially destroyed. He has a soft spot for pirates. Queen Meve, hero. I'm not accustomed to interruptions. Mana Crystal. Gain 1 mana. Every turn on turn start, the total amount of mana crystals increases by 1. Yep. Filled to the brim. So I spoke too soon. Mana is in this game. This is Hearthstone. Okay. Okay. No one will remember this because nobody was subscribed back then, but Hearthstone was one of the first videos I made on this channel. I was gonna make a series, but I only ended up making 1 part. I was concerned about how people would judge my gameplay, which is mostly just an insecurity I've gotten over, mostly, as opposed to actually, like, I was right. I was definitely right. You cost 2, and if this unit takes damage and survives, spawn a base copy of it. Ooh. Where you hail from? Why, Blackrock. Just who wants to know? 1, 2, 6, 4, 3, 4. So I don't have a ton of options of what I play next most of the time. This might be a game that just kind of plays itself out. Frost Giant. Boost this unit by the amount of damage taken by the hero on your side of the battlefield. Costs 1 less for each... Wait, no. Wrong game. I'm sorry. Is that a reference to Magic or something? Are we going full meta at this point? I don't know. I don't know if card games to recognize every single thing. But I imagine a Frost Giant's in like every card game. You cost 4. Spawn 2 blast balls. Warning, blast balls may explode. Blast ball. Mana cost 1. Death Wish. Damage the enemy hero by a random amount between 1 and 4. Huh. So if I make a blast ball attack, then that's actually good. When it goes boom, you'll know. Professor Blastwave. Sylvain Breezewalker. Mana cost 6. Either damage... Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Seize a random enemy on Death Wish. Oh. Move an enemy to the other side of the battlefield. Interesting. I think Seize was... The last encounter I had with the gold was the first time I've ever seen the Seize mechanic before. Now I'm learning that apparently the Seize mechanic does not have to have that secondary condition where a seized unit is returned when they take damage. That was just specific to that card. So at most, Seize is a mechanic I encountered when I used that one, like, witch talisman that one time and it mind-controlled someone. That's what that mechanic was, apparently. But of course, because it was an RNG card, I didn't explain what was happening. Take no prisoners. Actually, a few wouldn't hurt. Alright, I think I know what everyone does now. At the moment, I don't actually have a choice. I pretty much just play this card.
Scurvy sketches.
That's a voice? Coming to the bit, are they? Great Sea Cabin Boy. Mana cost 2. Same mechanic as always. Would prefer if his comrades called him a deckhand instead. Can I also play infinite cards every game? Up to the number of mana I have. Elite Bovine Chieftain. Is this the cow level? Because we're doing Blizzard references apparently. Mana cost 2. Gives both armies bovine flatulence. What the fuck? What the fuck? Sets the unit's armor to 1. Gives both armies bovine flatulence. His battle cries topple mountains and other cows. Where's bovine flat? There it is. All right. So the moment he plays that, both of us get this guy. Huh. That's a big cost of 3, and presumably an entire turn. All right, I have 2 mana to play with right now. If he takes damage and survives, you spawn another copy of it. Like, that could be very effective in the long term. Draw a pirate from the deck. There must be better pirates, because this guy kind of sucks. Like, why would I want him? What the Hey, Geralt, how you doing? Wait, what the fuck? What the fuck is this card? Roach is the pirate? Damned be the laws of man and the laws of physics. Alright, so first of all, that's Geralt. Is that our first glimpse of Geralt in the entirety of Thronebreaker so far? But there he is, that's Geralt of Rivia, protagonist of their other 3 games. And his lovely horse Roach, which is less known somewhat, because frankly, every time he gets a new horse, he calls her a roach again, so who knows how many there's been. All we know is that for some reason they all need to be mares. When a pirate is played, summon this unit from your deck. What? Well, now I have to play a pirate. Obviously. That's one reason to play this pirate guy. Is that all the card variations I have? Was I supposed to be surprised by this variation of knickers, basically, that just pops out to be weird? I should summon this guy, though. I'll get to the pirate. This guy needs to start multiplying, hopefully. I don't think you can do that in Hearthstone, can you? I haven't played Hearthstone for a while, so I don't really remember the rules very well. Can you just attack the enemy leader with no context? I feel like you had to defeat their units or something first. I don't remember the rules very well. Very large wisp. That's a very large wisp. It's a whale of a wisp. Just all it does is attack. So its gimmick is that it's a 0-cost card. According to legend, some druids managed to tame the mysterious lights and bend them to their will. This is the weirdest fight. Okay, so I'm up to 3. I could do a frost giant. But when I deploy this guy, his power is based on how strong my hero's been damaged so far. So I should sit on him for a bit. I have 3. Do I have a 2 and a 1 that I can spend? Not necessarily. I want to see Roach come out. There you are. So if I attack something that I don't die against, then I will gain power. Yep, there's another one. Wow, didn't even have to take health damage, just armor damage. Okay. So you're down. You're down. Attack. There we go. I am gaining board advantage. That's how this works. I have 4 now, so I can summon the blast balls. Random 1 to 4 damage. That sounds like some of that Hearthstone RNG that I've heard so much about. Yes. There's the blast balls. They're going to be suiciding on any units they spawn. Oh, that thing's strong. I don't like that. Draugnaros. Oh, alright. Ragnaros reference. Molten Core boss. Can attack and does so often. Every turn on turn end damage a random enemy by 10 by 8. Shit. That's a problem. Kill it. 1 damage, really? It's the best you could do for me, huh? Ah. No, that was the right. That secondary effect is the damage source I was hoping for. Gotta remember. God, he has a lot of... He attacks for 8? I'm not sure what the best plan is here. So he can attack for 8, but he can... Oh yeah, he doesn't have an order. Who damages somebody by 8 by random. Interesting. What deploy effects do I have? You have the boost one, but I'm not really damaged yet. Blast balls are an option. Ooh. If he attacks a random enemy, he might attack a blast ball. I can't play you yet. I probably just want to make another blast wave.
As you command.
I mean, if the... actually, I should have used Bovine Flatulence to reduce his armor to nothing, because then we could work on him. I should probably just work on you. There we go. Just hope that I out-damage him before he can stop me. What was that? Young Drown Arm. Strengthen self by 1 for every ally. Ah. Young? It looks like my granddad. And he's even dead 10... And he's been dead 10 summers. Oh. That's not good news for anyone, really. Garth's running out of health, though, hasn't he? What are you gonna do about that, Garth? Lose? I feel like that wasn't how Hearthstone worked. You couldn't just attack the enemy leader the whole time, could you? I don't know. I haven't played for years. I mean, for all I know, the game's changed in its rules since I last played anyway, which was the beta. So just in case you didn't get the reference, the reward was Blizzard. The Witcher moved with unnatural speed, too fast for the human eye to register. I mean, Blizzard is an in-universe thing for Witcher, as that is one of the potions he has, but it's clearly named after the company that did all this. Like, they're making references here on purpose. Spawn and play 2 random trinkets. Oh. 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 It's a lot of RNG. That's a lot of RNG. And a game famous for adding, like, that's what I always hear about Hearthstone, is that it's just incredibly RNG heavy compared to some other games. And that sounds like a commentary. Spawn and play 2 random trinkets? Yeah. Damn. Especially since from spawning, I'm guessing it means you don't play it from your deck. It creates one from scratch, right? Add a card to the game, yeah. So you have no idea what's going to happen. It's kind of exciting and terrifying, and exciting and terrifying. Let's play with it for a bit. Even though I kind of want to use blood still. I can do both. I can do both, I guess. So many exciting card effects to toy with and lose with.
Welcome to me inn. We've many folk today, but there's always room enough for more. Good to see you again. Good to see you again.
Good to see you again. Oh yeah, there's the stuff. It wouldn't be Hearthstone without a loot chest. Let us head on down.
Got a blow before too long. Bring a rush down. Oh, there's up a shile ma's ass. Braving the snow in those mega courts, are ye? Truly. Throw yourselves here for a spell afore moving on. Snow falls down, search around. Winds are howling, frost heavy, then la 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 la. Oh, cold as up a...
Cold as up a shale ma's ass. I have questions. They're not ice elementals, right? Like a Shaelmar, I imagine it's warm up a Shaelmar's ass because, you know, I thought they smelled bad on the outside. That kind of thing. It's the inside of a living creature that usually is warmer, I'd hope. That's a lot of markers. Damn. And I'm just curious about this Shaelmar's ass lore. Are they just always gaping so air just gets in there? I have concerns about their health. Oh, vampires. Weird Mars attack vampire. Remnants. The fact that Elder Bruverhug had finished spring cleaning did not mean the passage was safe. Yeah, yeah. Have you noticed the events of this entire map so far? Off the beaten track, amidst icy, windswept ruins, beasts yet skulked, eager to ambush naive travelers who strayed too far from the road. Eliminate both the reckless and shrewd vampires. That's a puzzle fight. Do not let any more of your soldiers get seized. Use your leader's ability. Eliminate reckless and shrewd vampires. Do not let your soldiers get seized. What is the context of this one? A Wagenberg has been seized. Reckless vampire. Every two turns on turn start, seize the highest unit in the opposite row and move it to your allied ranged row in the rightmost position. If there are already 4 units there, move the leftmost allied unit to the opponent's side. You're saying if there's... So it seizes 4 units eventually. And if it gets too many of them, it gives them back, I guess. Animals are guided by an instinct to survive. The same can't be said for monsters. Oh. Shrewd vampire. Oh, that's a distressing image. Every 2 turns on turn start, seize the lowest unit on the opposite row and move it to your allied ranged row in the rightmost position. Same thing, kind of. Huh. The UC is the highest, UC is the lowest. They both go to the rightmost position, and then if you get too many guys, then it goes back around. Why are these 2 units in the description? That's weird, right? The wise predator always seeks the weakest member of the flock. What is happening here? Boost this unit by 5 when I use loyalty. Our folk, they feed, and our foes, they bleed. Lyria and Hajduk, give 1 charge to the card on the right. War. War. What's it good for? Well, the unit on your right is currently a puppet, so that didn't really pan out. Boost unit by 10. So it's you. They have alternating turns. You're gonna go first. You're gonna seize the highest unit. Okay. He's gonna seize the highest unit, so it's gonna be this soldier puppet. And my goal is to not let any of them be seized. How do I eliminate both of them? Is it gonna be... This guy must come back when... Yeah. Once they take enough soldier puppets, they must give this guy back. Oh, okay. So I want them to kidnap 4 soldier puppets. Those soldier puppets will make this guy go up by 1 armor each time. Then once that's happened and he reaches 4, he'll come back to my team and I'll kill both of them with him. So that's... I do just stall long enough to not get kidnapped, basically. Okay. So you're gonna attack the highest, which is the dummy, so we're good. Should I play another one? Probably. So I got the dummy. Now he's going to seize the lowest unit. So I need to make both these guys be higher than 8. Which I can do via... Boost an ally by 4 and give it 1 armor, then trigger all loyalty abilities. Make you 9 and you 10, right? Making them higher. So I don't need to play the Fortitude tonic yet. Okay, now he's gonna seize the highest unit. So now I need to use Fortitude tonic on the dummy. And you're gonna seize the lowest unit once again, so I don't need to do anything. Die. Fuck. I lose. That was stupid. I just assumed it was gonna finish giving him +1, +2, +3, +4. Like I thought he'd get the 4. And I didn't actually wait to check to see if he'd actually gotten the 4. Based on the order of operations, I would have thought that the 4 puppets would have given him +4. Huh. Oh well. Just gotta do the same thing but slightly faster. Alright, so you're gonna seize the highest one. You're gonna seize the lowest one. So The variation is I had to play this puppet here. Now we win. I was right the first time. I just did a stupid at the end. Whoops. Ooh, that loot. Alright. Oh boy. The Workers' Commission has determined that the nasty stench floating across the Crag Pass gold mine is not, in fact, a fart, Valtas or otherwise, but is caused by methane fumes. As a result, please heed the following. Do not enter the mine until the stench has cleared, under no circumstances. Do not come within 30 paces of the mine's entrance with a flame. Apologize to Valta for any inconvenience you've caused her. Hoo-hoo-ha. It is, please do not explode the mine. It's very dangerous. You will be You'll be a very dead person. I've regained enough wood to actually buy one of the things. Maybe even all the things. God, no. Never mind. 2,500. I really want the better war wagon. It's kind of cool. What was the suggestion that made Forager not suck? Oh, I think one of them was actually him. Forager plus War Wagon, because you destroy those light units, but then you consume their power, so you become as powerful as they were. But they then attack the enemies. Like those two combine nicely. Where you don't lose the power that was on them, but you still get to attack with them. The Alchemist is a strong card, but I just don't need to build this to get him because they already gave him to me. They were nice enough to just give him to me. So polite. Yeah, I actually can't afford crap, can I? Not unless I want to double down on getting more Meve trinkets. I'm not quite not quite prepped for that decision, maybe. Maybe.